and you're with me for a Saturday edition of Coffee Talk. It's right at 7 p.m. Central Time. This is the 21st of March, 2026. And we're here with a few topics. So let's get started. KP Heathen, my friend. KP Heathen, my friend. Oops, didn't turn down the volume. First blooper. Oh man, how's it going? I haven't done my count yet on comments. I need to work on that. But my assumption, Jack Stacks 64, how are you doing? My assumption, you should never assume anything because they say it makes an ass out of you and me to assume. But my assumption is that KP and Uncle Al, you'll both be in the drawing. And both of you have won in the past. I think Uncle Al's won twice. I have to check on that. Need to check on recent wins. I know, if I recall correctly, Enrique was the 2000. I think Uncle Al was the 2100. And Scott, the SD Mountain Man, was the 2200. So it'll be interesting to see who the next one will be. Please leave a like to support the channel. It will be greatly appreciated. I got some stuff in today. I was was videotaping the mail call, the unboxing from Amazon. Got 3 boxes in today, stuff I'd ordered. And I went ahead and I did some footage of it. Haven't edited it yet. I need to do some cleanup. Got to get rid of a lot of stuff that I didn't use or that I'm going to use. I've got to reorganize it and I use iMovie. Gary, how are you doing? Gary has the honor of his name being on my latest chicken short. I called it Gary 4. Gary's Chicken 4. It's a little private joke I have with him. Gary, God bless you. I know you're recovering from probably the flu or something. He's had a real bad, he's been sick. I think Anne Marie has been sick. They both have been sick, and I think he probably has it worse than she does, or they were telling him he needed to go to the doctor or go to the clinic. People were talking about all sorts of different home remedies. Uncle Al talks about, well, you need to drink some whiskey. And they start talking about R&R, bourbon, and different types of liquor. Of course, for medicinal purposes. Five in the house and 4 likes. So I did reach 2,300. I'm sitting at 2,301 right now. And that triggers a subscriber giveaway. Somebody was asking me, I think it was Rocket this afternoon, asked me, well, have I done it yet, or am I doing it, or when am I going to do it, and what am I going to do? And well, I'm still got some stuff on order that hasn't come in yet. So what I want to do is I want to get all the stuff together that's going to go in the box, and I always shoot a segment that shows what I'm giving away, what's in the box. So I've got to shoot that, and then I have to go through and do the count and see who qualifies. And then I write their names down on paper, I cut them up, and put them in a hat, and then we film. Let's draw out of the hat, and I usually draw one. I say, okay, this is first, and I'll draw a second one and say, okay, well, if this one doesn't get it or doesn't want it or whatever, this is who's going to win. And then I tell them, please email me. In all my videos, proper long form videos, I include my email address, my Gmail account. So I basically tell them to please email me their mailing address, their contact information, their mailing address. And that way I can send it to them. Normally when I send it to them, I'll have a tracking number and I'll have an estimated date of when they should expect it or look for it. And I'll send them the tracking number, and I'll tell them when they should expect delivery. Miss Anne-Marie Angel, how are you doing, young lady? Well, the latest puzzle is done. Started another one. Now, the one that they just started is going to be an awesome puzzle. And I was watching this afternoon when they were almost done, still had a little bit to go. And I was going back and forth between my man cave, which is the 4th bedroom, and the kitchen, which is on the other side of the house, working on making cheeseburgers. So I happened to be out of the room, but I left it running. It was running on my iPad, which is what I'm using for my live stream right now. Is I'm using my iPad, and I left it running, and I'd come back and forth. So they finished the puzzle, and they tore it up, and I came back in. They were in the process of taking all the pieces apart to put it back in the box. So I didn't get to see it completed, but I saw it almost completed. It was a beautiful puzzle, and I think the one that they've got now is going to be even better. The one that they have now. It's in back in the days store. And here's Enrique, and I'm pretty sure Enrique probably for 2 different channels is going to qualify for the drawing, and he has won twice. He was my 100 winner on my 2nd channel, and he was the 2,000 winner, I believe, on my main channel. So I'm pretty sure he will be in the hat. Uncle Al will be in the hat. KP will be in the hat. I don't know who else will be in the hat. Maybe Melinda. Pretty sure Melinda will probably be in the hat. Melinda Elliott. I have to look. Perhaps plain old Chuck may wind up being in the hat. Pretty sure Scott will be in the hat again. And the fact that you've won before, I do not prevent you from being the winner again. So you can win multiple times. Enrique participated for a long time before he won, before his name got drawn. Hey, Julie West, how are you doing? Let me see about giving you a blue wrench. S9 S9Q. And Anne Marion Wilson, welcome. As a moderator, and you're a standard moderator, so you now have your standard moderator. Hi yourself, young lady. Thank you for coming in. $11 in the house, 10 likes. Well, I will say this. For those who come in from the UK, at the time that I do my live stream, I do it at 7 p.m. Central, which means out on the West Coast, where Uncle Al is at, it's like 6, I believe. And on the East Coast, where Dave is at, it's like 8 in the evening. Well, over in the UK, it's already midnight. So for them to come in at 7 p.m. to my live stream, it's midnight where they are at. God bless them. Yes. Ooh. Oh, 2 hours back is 5:10 p.m. Okay. So over in California, it's 5:10 right now, or so. Ark Wildman Survival, how are you doing? Ark Wildman Survival is a good channel. If you are not friends, I would encourage you to do so. Good content. And I would be lying if I'd said I'd been over to him recently, because I have not. I am sorry. Mike Crusher. Here's another one that just came in. Lee, how you doing? Lee Zung. Not a creator, but nothing wrong with just coming in. How are you doing? Mike Crusher Reviews. Hey Mike, what is up for the next, what's the next one you're going to be putting out? I'm thinking that after I get through case 1, and it's going to take me bloody well forever to get through case 1, because I've only done the first 5. After I get through case 1, I think I'm going to try to get a case, or I really don't have any of the cold weathers right now. I think I'm going to see if I can get a case, or a reasonably, not an old case, but let's see what I can do about getting a case of cold weathers and start reviewing those. Was it a troll, Uncle Al? Pre-retirement days, how you doing? Yeah, I can imagine they're expensive. Belinda's Country Living. I know I sent Belinda a box a while back. I don't believe she was a winner, but I think I sent her one because I wanted to send her something. Oh, KP Heathen, okay, thank you. My friends are taking care of trolls. Thank you. No, pre-retirement days, how's it going? Yeah, that channel didn't have any content and didn't have any subscribers. So I appreciate that. I went and looked at it. Wanted to see. Oh, is it Belinda's birthday? Well, happy birthday, Belinda. Jack Stacks had a birthday just recently. So wishing both of them a happy birthday. And yes, Betty is in the house. So back to what I was talking about previously. I need to work on getting my list together, checking my list, making it, checking it, probably about 3 times. And there's a few items that I'm waiting to get in. I'm changing up a little bit what I'm putting in my goodie box for the initial, for the, for a winter. I'm going to be putting a life straw in it. And I've been changing up eggs. I haven't been putting like hot sauces in them recently. Used to put like some of my favorite, hot sauces. Hadn't been doing that. So I've got to get that together. But working on it. And hopefully 17 likes. I'll get that together so I can go ahead and get it done. Melinda, I was saying you probably are going to be one of the ones that'll be in the drawing. Got to go through and look. Rocket, my friend. Rocket may wind up being in the drawing. I don't know if he went and he left like and comment on each of the last 5. I know he's been coming into a lot of my live streams recently, but it is the videos that count, the long form videos. The last 5 long form videos. As a matter of fact, I did my menu number 5, the chicken chunks, white meat, yesterday, and then I did another one the day before. So those 2, and then 3 more prior to them. Guardsman, thank you for coming in. 19 likes, 12 in the house. Michaela Missick, how are you doing, young lady? So I will say probably after tomorrow, I'm going to be letting my main channel, which I'm on right now, rest for a couple of weeks to try to reset the algorithm with it. And I'll be using my second channel, which I'm going to I just left a comment saying second channel from my second channel. And my goal, oh, your birthday was last Monday. Well, happy birthday. And may you have many, many more. I hope it was a wonderful birthday, Michaela. But I'm going to be using for a period of 2 or 3 weeks my second channel, which is sitting right at about 120. I use it to back up material for my main channel on private. Something ever happens to my main channel, I can start releasing stuff from my backup channel. And I will use that channel for my live streams when I normally live stream Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays when I work during the week. I was off on spring break, so I actually did a Tuesday and a Thursday live stream this week. But normally when I'm working, I don't live stream during the week. I live stream on weekends, and I normally do an hour, 7 o'clock, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in the evening. Thank you. And I will certainly be returning the favor to any of you who do that for me. I'm pretty sure all of you in here are pretty much friends of my main channel. And then as I use my backup channel, and I will be following up, and looking at content from people and making comments and such. And I will be doing my live streams on my backup channel. And I've done live streams on my backup channel before. I used my backup channel for about 5 weeks this past last May, when I let my main channel rest. I used my backup channel. I had the goal to get it to 100, which I did after about 5 weeks. And it went from about 40 to about 100, a little over 100. And I'm sitting at just under 120 right now on my backup channel. And my goal while I am off is to get it to about 150. So, yeah, sometimes the ravenous one. How are you doing? Sometimes it will not let me leave comments. It'll let me leave likes, but sometimes certain channels will not allow me to leave comments. And it's not just when they have like a child, because a lot of times when somebody will have a child or they'll have footage of a child, they'll turn the comments off. But that wasn't the case. I was watching a MRE review from somebody, and I wasn't able to leave a comment. I forgot who that was. I think that was it Germs? I think it was Germs, maybe. I was watching an MRE review by Germs, and it didn't let me leave a comment. Uh, 12 in the house and 22 likes. So I do plan on doing it's private mode or kid mode. Okay. Well, I was able to watch it, and I was able to leave a like on it, but I was not able to leave a comment on it. Uh, I don't know if I will have it ready for tomorrow. I don't know where I'll be ready to do my drawing and my giveaway and my video and everything tomorrow. I'll see if if I can, I will do so. But I go back to work Monday, and it'll be Monday through Friday. We'll be starting the last 9 weeks, the last quarter of the school year, and that keeps me pretty busy. I'll still try to release 1 or 2 shorts every day. So I do have a few topics that Uncle Al sent me this evening, today. So let me start with topic number 6. I left off with topic number 5 yesterday, and here's topic number 6. As reported by independent media, worldwide anti-Semitism. Oh God, here I go. Semitism. Woo. Old age. Worldwide anti-Semitism in Christianity. About 125 countries. Europe, Midwest, and Australia. Any socialist and communist countries. And when you talk about, socialism, places where they've got very large Muslim communities, it seems like the politicians are afraid to offend them. Britain's got a large Muslim community. Canada has let a lot of them in, and they don't want to do anything to offend them. So there's like 1.9 billion of them on the planet. Oh, now you're telling me to be careful. Well, the scriptures basically say, I will curse those that curse you and bless those who bless you. Or I will bless those who bless you and curse those who curse you. Referring to the Jewish people. And not saying anything negative about them. But they are the target of a lot of hatred. And there have been a lot of attacks against them and attacks against Christians. And if somebody wants to censor me because of that, well, I know the truth hurts, and I know that there are those who want to suppress the truth. Yep. Yep, I know. I know. Um, Marco Rubio was over there and he spoke to Europeans and he basically told them, I said, you're losing your society and you're losing your culture to these people. Is it a greater curse to be honest or to lie for prosperity's sake? Um, all I can say is I truly believe we're living in the end times, and it's got to get a lot worse before it gets better. But if you read scriptures, there is the promise that when the Lord returns, he'll take care of things. But there's going to be a lot of deaths before that happens. There'll be a lot of deaths. Uh, well, I know that. I know that. So, topic number 7. Well, in Japan, hey, there you go. Plain old Chuck. Good to have you, Chuck. I was just talking about you. Real good content. Hadn't been over to see you recently. I hope you have commented on my last 5 videos so that you're in the drawing. I'd like you to be able to be in the drawing. No promises because I got to draw your name. But appreciate you coming in. And if you're not friends with Chuck, you really need to. He doesn't put out a lot of content, but he puts out some good stuff. And he's also a coffee drinker. Prepper Book Club, how you doing? There is a famine of honesty in the world right now, or outright lying for power and money. That's true. That is true. Oh, I love the 3-in-1 coffees. I don't. I got them, but I don't drink them much because of the sugar content. I have to watch my blood sugar, and that is true. A famine of honesty. Topic number 7. As reported by CNN, ABC, Fox News, CBS, and independent media outlets, the CCP plans doing some very bad things to Taiwan when they get in there, if they manage to get in there. They may decimate 10% of the population going in if they actually do invade. There will be a lot of civilian deaths. They're not happy with the Japanese, anti-communist Christians, and the wrong kind of Chinese people being in there because they don't like the CCP. It's more insulting to lie about the bad of your friends than to call them out for it. I'll stick with my grandma. Sounds good. Sounds good. Um, so the Japanese are pissed at the Chinese. The Japanese self-defense forces are setting up missile bases all the way to Taiwan. And they told the Chinese, we will finish this with or without U.S. support. Well, under the prior administration, that would have been an iffy thing. I don't think it'd be an iffy thing right now. Japan is certainly our strongest ally that side of the world. And they are a military power unto themselves. Truly. Last night, I reported the passing of Chuck Norris. Chuck recently turned 86 years old, and he was filming in Hawaii. He was on a project filming in Hawaii. Wound up having to take him to emergency room, admit to the hospital, and he subsequently died. Yes, Japan has spent a lot of quality time in China in the past. The Chinese need to remember that. They're pooping themselves because of Japan building carriers. They have converted, refit a couple of their, I guess what you call helicopter transports, and they can now launch and recover F-35s. So the Chinese are pooping themselves over that one. Topic number 8. Check your Mylar bivy bag from its pouch. Check the bivy bag. I'm going to be putting one of these in the goodie bag in addition to a straw, a live straw. I am changing up what's going in them. This has got a carabiner, which is good. Mylar, and you can do a lot of stuff with it. I'm not going to open it up all the way, but these come in handy, and it will come in handy to keep you warm or to help keep you dry, keep you off the ground. A lot of uses of it. Got a carabiner on it. Looks like it's got a little bit of a whistle. Can you get them back inside that little bag? I guess if you treat it properly, I'm pretty sure you can. Just be careful how you fold it up. Blue hair. Well, I tell you what, if I had hair, I wouldn't mind if it was blue. But I'm a little bereft. I'm what you call bereft without hair. I do have a beard, which I trimmed. And you know, one of the things about beards, I still need to go and I need to do a little trimming down here because I haven't done that. But I was a blonde. Blondes don't go gray, they go white. So when you see somebody with white hair, you can assume they were either probably a redhead or they were a blonde when they were younger. It is what it is. 23 likes, 11 in the house. Found an old cooking video in my camera and finally posted one today. I need to make a note to go and look at it. Chuck. Plain old Chuck. All right, so topic 8. Check your Mylar bivy bag from its pouch. Buy it in bulk and wholesale license. Cost goes down. And well, me buying in bulk is like buying a dozen of them. That would be like me buying in bulk. I plan on giving them out to people when I send them boxes. Be one of the things I'll probably send. You consider your beard chrome, okay. So the thing about the bivy bag or the bivy, you retain up to 90% of body heat. With it, it will reflect when you're in it. Up to 90% of your body heat. It's better than a space blanket. Compact travel shelter and insulation. Waterproof and windproof. The bag / shelter, 84 inches, which is 7 feet, by 36 inches, which is 3 feet. Bag weight is only about 4 ounces. They're very lightweight. Bag thickness is 28 millimeters. Multiple uses from the National Red Cross Manual. Emergency shelter, ground cover, insulation, emergency signal flag, shade in desert heat, staying dry in sudden storms, retained body heat to prevent hypothermia. Oh, and my wife got a summons for jury duty. April the 20th. One thing I've never done is grown a beard. It gets so far, then it itches like crazy and end up shaving. Well, I used to shave. I've always had a mustache since I could grow one. My father had a mustache, and I always had a mustache. But I used to shave, and then at one point I used to have a goatee. Oh, let me pull out a picture. Not the best picture in the world, but me back in the day when I had hair and I had a goatee. I was about 30. That was at a school dance that I attended. I used to go and I'd sponsor and I'd attend, chaperone. And that was a picture. They had a photographer there, and that was a picture that was taken of me at a school dance back in the days. We're talking back in the days, Salt and pepper landing pad, okay. You know, I'm sure a lot of us were nice looking when we were younger. Those of us who are my age or around my age, I'm sure we were all nice looking people when we were younger. Then here I am, you know. Gonna be 64 this next month. Uncle Al and his tacos. Good stuff, good stuff. We're going to have to declare Uncle Al an honorary Hispanic. Need to put some, oh, she's got a few. You know, one of these days, Enrique, we're going to have to get together when I go down to visit my daughter. Enrique lives in the valley. One of these days, I go down to visit my daughter and spend the night down there. Need to get together for lunch or you know, breakfast or lunch or something other and spend a couple hours. Oh, God bless you, guardsman. You're not that bad. And we are friends, but so many of my friends, I just don't have time to go visit them. I'm sorry. It would be nice if I was able, if I was actually legally retired, where I could basically take my camper trailer and just go tour the country and visit people. Hey, can we get together? I'm going to be in your area. Can we get together for lunch, or can I buy you breakfast or something and spend a couple hours with them as I'm tooling around? So for those of you that are behind enemy lines, not likely I'm going to some of your places. Like I would not really want to go to California, wouldn't want to go to Illinois, wouldn't want to go to New York or New Jersey. You know, any of the places where the nuts are in control, I would not want to go there. Really would not. I was joking with somebody that if I went down to Mexico, I'd probably have to take a security detail with me. And that got them laughing. Um, really? Okay. Good Lord. Well, I tell you what, I vouch for myself, Enrique. And Enrique is 2 of mine. He's got stuff for me, and he sent me some nice stuff too. Um, where are you? He sent me this, which has my phone number. It has my email with my name on it. Very nice gift. He sent me that, which I carry on my key fob. And he sent me my own Blue Ranch, which is a bottle opener. Neat stuff. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Is there some other way to meet people than the internet now? My grands don't seem to like flesh and blood friends. Well, everybody, like they do these FaceTimes. Like you can call, set up like make a call on your iPad or make a call on have your phone set up where you can actually see the person you're projecting, they're projecting. You can see the person you're talking to. It's like a Zoom meeting almost. And a lot of people like to do that. Well, that's nice. We have open carry, closed carry, concealed carry, whatever you want to carry. It's legal here in Texas. And if you have to defend yourself, they're not going to prosecute you if not you can't just murder people, but if you have to defend yourself and, like castle or stand your ground, somebody tries to rob you, you can defend yourself. And they're not going to prosecute you for that. Levin in the house, 23 likes. Sometimes it's a what? Is that an apple? Oregon is a very beautiful country. Very beautiful country. They don't have any refining capacity. They have to get all their fuel pretty much from the state of Washington. State of Washington has 5 refineries right now, old refineries, and they're going to be screwed if they lose one of them. California's down to 7 refineries. They've had a couple of shut down recently. Well, they've got one that's in the process of shutting down right now, so I think they'll be at 7 when that one shuts down, which is about 10% of their refining capacity. They're getting ready to lose another 10% of their refining capacity. And they provide a lot of the fuel for Arizona and Nevada. So they're all screaming bloody murder. So when the price of gas normally is like $2 a gallon, it's over $5 out there. And I think right now it's like $6.50 or so. Price of gas here is a little less than $3.50. So it is up right now because of, what's going on. I don't understand it being, for one thing, they're doing some price gouging because we are pretty much energy independent as far as most of the United States, not counting the nuts on the West Coast. They get some of their oil imported because they don't want drilling. They don't want pumping where they're at, so they'd rather import it. So if the prices are up because they're having to ship it over, it's their stupidity. Now, one of the things I'll say about Australia, I think where Peter's at, your population's what, 30 million? About 30 million in the entire continent. Your entire island has about 30 million people, I think, mainly along the coast. So you have 2 refineries. $28 million. Okay. You have the population of about Texas. Your population is about the size of Texas, where I live. Nice place, way damn too many poisonous snakes. Got the most poisonous snakes on the planet in Australia. But yeah, California is screwing itself. They're losing money. People with money are moving out. Their tax base is decreasing. The corporations are leaving. Um, Same thing with New York. The governor of New York was crying about all the people leaving, asking them to come back. Before it was like, don't let the door hit you on the way out. Republicans a few years ago. Now it's like, please come back, please come back. They're, just they're in debt and they're deficit spending, and then they're going to want the yeah, it's huge. Australia's huge, and yeah, yeah. There are cities that have that. There are some mega cities. I think Tokyo is one of them. Tokyo, Japan. Mexico City, another mega city. There are some mega cities. Like people talk about the Big Apple, population's like around 8 million in New York, largest populated city in the United States, population wise. Not that big compared to some places on the planet. Yeah, six billionaires took their $27 billion, and that's not counting how many millionaires are moving out. A lot of people moving down to Florida, people moving to Texas, people moving to Tennessee. They're moving to places where they don't have state income tax, they don't have city taxes, where they have a balanced budget or where they have a surplus. You know. Yep, I know. I saw the news. A lot of stuff going on. The good, the bad, and the ugly. I hear you. I will plan on being back tomorrow at 7 for another live stream. I will see what I can do towards doing the subscriber giveaway. Not promising, but I'm gonna see what I can do about doing the subscriber giveaway and getting it prepped up, getting the box ready. Maybe I can get that done tomorrow. Maybe. No promises. Los Angeles has a population of around 20 million. I lived in Harbor City before that, Tolerance before that, Culver, and that's just greater Los Angeles. 20 million, I don't think it's that big. But then again, you got 50 million foreigners living in the United States. 50 million foreign born. That's not that's not counting all the so-called birthright anchor babies, which they're trying to deal with. Um, and California is one of those places where you don't have to show proof of citizenship. You don't have to show ID to vote. New York's the same way. Too many people, too many dead people voting. Too many dead people receiving government benefits. They're trying to clean that up right now. And the Democrats are crying over it. They're crying over it. 90% of the population agree that you should show ID to vote. 90% of the population, that includes Democrats. But elected Democrats? Oh no, because they know what that would mean. They could never get elected to anything. Well, y'all can fight whatever you want, but I don't know if it's going to work. You know, you do have an idiot for governor. The mayor of Los Angeles, who's a communist, is another idiot. Y'all are overrun with idiots. And how's that rebuilding going after the fires? How's that rebuilding going? Any permits out there? No? Well, there you go. So much stuff I've talked about. Crazy. Yes, outside of the big cities, the rural areas are red. Same thing in Illinois, pretty much in New York, in California, in Oregon, in the state of Washington. Outside of the cities, the areas are red. Yes, the majority of the counties are red. Did you know Kamala Harris did not win anywhere that you have to show an ID to vote? The states that she won, the areas that she actually won, are areas where you don't have to show ID to vote. And how many illegals do you think voted for her? Okay, I have I've enjoyed this live stream. Hello, Yoda. Yoda's Blessed Life making appearance when I'm getting ready to go out. Thank you for coming. I appreciate all y'all. It has been a really good live stream. I will plan on being back tomorrow at 7 o'clock. When I get up in the morning, I thank God for the day. I take my medication, drink my coffee. I need to have a cup of coffee before I go to sleep tonight. Need to take some more medication. Try to get right. Say the Lord's Prayer. Say my prayers. Get cleaned up. Go about my business. I believe in the Scout motto, be prepared. And everybody, please have a blessed day, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow for another coffee talk. Don't forget, look at the videos. I haven't done the count yet. Everybody have a blessed day. Thank you.